Om Shanti. This is Sakar Murli of 15th May 2023. Essence. Sweet children, while walking and moving around, churn the ocean of knowledge. This churning of knowledge is food for the intellect. Churn the and invent new methods for doing service. Question. Which children develop the power of imbibe and inspire others to imbibe the nectar of knowledge? Answer. Those who make a firm promise for purity as soon as they belongs to the Father. Baba says, children, remember, if you don't become pure, even after hearing so much, your intellect will become locked. You will hear with one ear and it will flow out of the other. You belongs to the Father, and so you must remove the rubbish. If you perform wrong actions, your throat will choke and you won't be able to relate knowledge. Therefore, remember causes. Song. You wasted the night in sleeping and the day in eating. Om Shanti. The Father now sits here and asks you children, do you know now the unlimited Father very well? He has to ask, but others he doesn't know the system. Everyone knows that he is our mother and father. When you found the mother and father, you become theist. The father and mother is the one from whom you receive plenty of happiness. In the golden age, you have to reward anyway. There is no question of atheist and theist here. It is at the confluence that here is the atheist and theist. Knowing and not knowing. You children now know that you are those who are the atheist yesterday and don't know the Father and He creation, and you have to become atheist. You now know the Father and your 84 births. You don't know this yesterday, but you know it today. It is said yesterday, today and tomorrow. Today it is old world and tomorrow it will be the new world. Today it is night and tomorrow it will be day. In fact, the people of Bharat should know their Father. The Somnath temple is in Bharat. People celebrate the Bharat of Shiva, but no one knows when Shiva come. The name Somnath, Lord of Nectar, has been given, but when did he come and give nectar to knowledge to dark? You children now know that you have to become this through Baba. The Father has sat and give you his introduction. You receive the introduction at the confluence age according to the predestined drama. You children know that today it is hell and tomorrow it will be heaven. Tomorrow means your next birth will be in the golden age. We have to make effort. Today this is the land of death, and tomorrow it will be the land of immortality. The world is changing. The golden age is being created, and from the iron age. Only the Father could do it. The Father is the purifier. No one in the knows of the world about the confluence age. You now have to become so much enlightened. You have now renounced the path of devotion. Today there is devotion, and tomorrow it won't exist. It was that there was the devotion today and there will be knowledge tomorrow. No devotion lasts and only half a cycle. Knowledge is only received once and you will receive salvation. The Father only comes once and grant everyone salvation. This is why it is remembered, purifier, bestower of salvation. His birth take place is Bharat, but the place of Bharat don't know that this temple is immortal Shiv Baba. There was a temple of Jyoti, light. The Brahma Samaj is enlightened a light because They believe that the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, is the form of light. There are many kinds of ideas. Whatever someone said, people accept that they began to follow the person. You now know that the Creator and creation. You have to understand the secrets of the Creator and the beginning, middle, and the end of the creation, and then also them to another. The Father, Supreme Soul is the truth. The living being is the ocean of the knowledge. The price of each actor is individual. Saying that God is omnipresent means that there cannot be individual price. A different part of recorded is each soul. If he were omnipresent, the part of the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul could be playing in each one. There is so much darkness, and this is why the Father becomes and explains to you. You children know that the highest part of all truth is that the Supreme Soul. All the devotion remember that the one alone. All devotees are impure. People don't know who is called impure. Sannyasis believes that they have become resident of the hell through these vices. This is why they feel that by renouncing their form, they will go and emerge into the Brahmin element. The Father explains this is the iron age, all the chokes of the ocean of the poison, and this is why there is called the battle. I come and create Sivalai, the temple of Shiva in the golden age. There was no religion, one religion will be there. Those deities has taken 84 births, but they don't call them just deities now. Those who were the worthy of the worship deities hell, and they went through the clans of the deities. Warriors, merchants, and Sudras have now become the impure worshippers. Bharat was the most pure and has now become impure. Sannyasis too cannot be called completely pure because they are sitting in the impure world. Those who have renounced their form and families cannot go to the golden world. You have to forget your world to go to the golden age. You are making identical efforts to the effort you made in the previous cycle is in order to go to heaven. Bharat has become the worshipper from being worthy of worship, and it will now once again become the worthy of worship. Only those who are the long lost and now found will understand this knowledge. The intellect of those who don't belong to the deity religion will not be able to retain this knowledge. The people of Bharat will take 84 births. None of those or the other religions cannot take the 84 births. You two are number wise. Not everyone will come down together. The secret of cycle has been explained to you children. How is the genealogical tree is created? The genealogical created is the souls and also created, and that is called the spiritual genealogical tree. You children know that you resident of the Brahmand. The first number is Shiv Baba, then Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar, then Lakshmi and Narayan, and then their destiny. Their dynasty is number wise. At this time, you have to full tree is your intellect. There you won't have the knowledge of the who will come and what will happen. However, you won't even say that there is ignorance there. That is the reward which you receive by imbibe this knowledge. That is now the stage of the ancient, and later it will be the stage of descent. After 1250 years, there is a 2-degree fever. You continue to come down little by little. You can now calculate everything. First, the trunk or the foundation emerges. You now know that the seed and tree is very well. You have now become theist and atheist through the Father. Baba has explained, Father shows Son, Son shows student. First of all, the Guru shows the his followers, and then his followers shown the Guru. There the Father is all trees. He is the creator. He definitely created the new world. Lakshmi and Narayan used to rule the heaven. From there, they could receive their inheritance. Who thought there? Who will perform such actions that they climb such a high status? The Father says, I am now teaching you such a that you too become deities. You were very precious in heaven. You receive your inheritance from the Father. Therefore, the Father definitely come and made Bharat into heaven. The Father says, children, while walking, moving around, churn the ocean of knowledge in this way. This is food of your intellect. Baba's desire is now very big picture of the cycle should be made. It could be the very good to explain the cycle to everyone. Just think about how to explain your few beings. You have to explain that it's now in the confluence is that the world is changing. There will be innumerable regions that, whereas there is just the one religion that the Father established. The ancient yoga is Bharat is very well known. You know that you are the ones again studying Raj Yoga with the God. God alone could teach you unlimited history and geography. Human beings cannot teach this one to human beings. This Baba says, I too don't know anything. Baba is not praising himself and he is like this and that like this. The Father says, now stop the activities and rituals of the path of devotion. Devotion is now has to end. After the rite, the day will come. The children is now at the confluence age. It is only at the confluence age that you receive the knowledge of how the Father first creates the substantial region. Then he creates the new world through the Prajapita Brahma. The human geographical tree is this one. They are called Adidev and Adidevi. They are also called Adam and Eve. They are now the father and mother. So, how did they create the world? Adam is called Adidev Brahma, but he is not the creator. They don't understand that the human Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, did this through Adam. Surely, God is the creator of heaven. He is the incorporeal Baba. We souls are also incorporeal. We adapt bodies and take rebirth to play our parts. The incorporeal Father is remembered on the path of devotion. He resident in the supreme abode. He is the purifier. He comes into the impure world, educates you children and take you into the pure world. This is why he is the Father and also the teacher. He teaches you through unlimited history and geography. You are now becoming the master of the knowledgeful. The Father now says, children, remember that if you don't become the pure, then no matter how much you listen, you will hear through one ear and follow out of the other. First of all, make a promise for purity. Otherwise, the burden of sins will not be reduced. If you don't become pure, you will fall even more forcefully. The Father says, remember that if you don't become pure, now you will have to receive great punishment. There is as much as punishment received on the path of ignorance. However, if you become after becoming to me and making the promise to me, you don't become the pure and surely continue to become into the court of the Indra. You now have to receive lot of punishment and your intellect will be turns even more to stones. You will then become the part of the ordinary subjects, status also number wise. You become the highest of all and also the lowest of the low. Here, anyone has sorrow. Death takes place suddenly. In fact, death should come at the end of the long life. Truly, in Bharat, life used to end symmetrically after a long time. When they become old, they could have to revision for the children. They have going to be become there. Here, you know that shade of your bodies and go to the Father. You have to shade your old costumes. Repeatedly remember the Father. Baba, I know about you to come, the purified souls with the power of yoga. There is just one method for this, and that is how yoga with the Father. You will then become the pure and Satopradhan. The proof of the yoga has to be seen at the end. Baba says, "This is my chariot." You can call him to the landlady or landlord. He is very unique. See how Shiv Baba comes. He says, "This one is the landlady and also Prajapita. I, the incorporeal one, definitely need a body. Each one has his own chariot. How can I become the charity? I have to enter in the impure world Sri Krishna has pure. This chariot is fixed in the drama. I only come in Bharat. It doesn't that I come in Bharat one cycle and another I will come in Germany and next cycle." The father explains, "You are karmic yogis. You have to perform actions. In early days, men used to earn income and while the women could look after the homes. Women don't study as much. It is now that they have to starting to educate themselves. Women also do business. You children now have to earn this imperishable income. Everyone has to claim their inheritance from the unlimited Father. Those who do so claim their own status, the status of this study lost for 21 births. No one except the Father can teach you this study. God, the Father, is also the purifier. He alone teaches you Raj Yoga and make you worthy of going to heaven. Your 84 births have now come to end. Now we are going to home. Even if were to go remember this much, you could remember and cheerful. Baba sharing this experience. He tries to remember Baba, but then he forgets. Therefore, Baba says, stay awake at night and practice this, and your stage will then become this permanently. This is why it is said, O children, who are conqueror of sleep, earn an income. You don't have to do anything with your hands to feet or say anything with your mouth. Previously, you used to turn the beads of rosary and chant Rama's name. You now understand the significance of rosary. This is the rosary of victory and rosary of Rudra. All of you are now effort maker. This is not called a rosary. By staying awake at night, you will enjoy yourself at a great deal. This time between the 9 to 12 midnight is very dirty. Amrit Vela from 2 a.m. Here we have to remove all the rubbish completely. After listening to do so much, if you don't become pure, your intellect become blocked. You won't then have able to give knowledge to anyone. For instance, in Vrindavan, the place of where Krishna has said to have dance, this is memory of the dance. This is a matter of dance of knowledge. If you listen to knowledge here and stay everything here and have to go outside and say do wrong things, your thought will choke. This is why you have to remember cause. You completely, definitely have to become pure. and for only then you have to able to stay yoga. Acha.